Hey, what is up? We are about to jump right into the video. It's something new I'm trying to do. I want to fill you in on a few things that are coming up in Bible study, a few things that are going to be coming up next week, and a few things that will be coming up in the next few weeks in the future. I want to talk to you guys about, again, we are going into a new series. It's called Upset the World. And in this series, we're going to talk about how to combat the lies of the enemy and talk about how the enemy has a foothold on this world. Today, we are talking about how the enemy has a foothold on this generation, how this enemy has a foothold on the music industry. Another thing you should look forward to is next week we will actually not be having Bible study at school, but we will shoot a video, and there will be a video that will go up on Wednesday at the same time we would usually have Bible study, but it'll go up on YouTube at 12 p.m. and it should be about a 25-minute video or 25-minute video, depending on how long I decide to preach it or how long we decide to have someone preach it. I wanted to also let you know that on the weeks that we have winter break, which will be coming up very shortly, in about 2 to 3 weeks, we will do something called Winter Devos. Now, in Winter Devos, we'll have different people coming on, and they will be speaking. It will be on our Instagram, and then it will be a few on our YouTube. But there will be different people in the 8th grade, and maybe a few people in the 7th grade. They will actually come on our Instagram, and they will actually either A, go live, or B, shoot a quick video or shoot Devo, just talking about a certain topic and certain things that we could kind of talk about. All right, hey, get ready to jump into this video. We're starting something I really wanted to talk about. We're doing a thing called Upset the World. I wanted to do Upset the World because of two reasons. I wanted to kind of give you guys more of a perspective of how the world has been tainted, how the Word of God has been tainted by the world, and I want to give you guys more of a better understanding of it. There's this new thing going around in the world called progressive Christianity, where what they do is they twist Christianity, they twist what Christianity used to be for, and they have it progress for the times that are now. So they say, well, it was bad back then, but it's okay now. But I really want to give you guys more of a better, more of like an understanding of how the word stays the same and it cannot be changed. You can't change the word. And so I was supposed to give you 3 points, 3 things that the world has tainted, 3 things that the world has on us. But as I was writing this, my first point got a little too long. So we're going to see either this will be a 2 or 3 week series. So just kind of be ready with that, kind of be ready with knowing what that is, or knowing how long we're going to do this. And so the enemy wants to steal, kill, and destroy. We've heard about how the enemy always wants to do this. He wants to go and he wants to taint anything that was intended for good, everything God made and changed and did, and he wants to make it evil. He wants to turn it for bad because he wants to twist your mind into thinking that one thing is good whenever it's not. You can think of it like pizza, right? The pizza, when you first get your pizza and it's actually cooked, it's super hot, and you have to wait a little bit in order for you to eat your pizza and actually enjoy the pizza then. But when you go and you eat the pizza as soon as it comes out of the oven, it burns your mouth, and it leaves like a kind of like a burn on your tongue, and it hurts your tongue. That's how Satan wants to get you with sin. He wants to make you think that the sin is okay to do it now and you don't need to wait, or it's okay because there's not going to be anything. This is better now. But what God wants you to do is he wants you just to wait on him. And so the enemy wants to pervert anything that he can, anything that he can get his hands on, to make it to where you are further away from God. The enemy's goal is to keep you away from God. And so the first thing that the enemy uses to keep you away from God is he uses the music industry.
music has such a hold on all of us. It can affect your mood. It can make you happy. It can make you sad. It can make you angry. It can get you depressed. It can do whatever. It has a big effect on your emotions. And the enemy loves to prey on your emotions, because when you're angry, the Bible talks about how you shouldn't do anything. If you're angry, don't even confront anyone. Because when you're angry, you're not thinking straight. And so what the enemy wants to do is he can use the music industry, and he can taint it and twist it, and he actually can put certain, have people put certain things in there that you don't really recognize at first, but once you really start getting into it and you're listening to the music and you're listening to the lyrics, a lot of it can be pointing to the enemy, and it can be pointing to Satan, right? And so the music industry, again, has such a big hold on us, and a lot of us, we can't seem to see what it is. We can't seem to see what the enemy is using, how the enemy is using it. And so I was looking at some lyrics, I was just looking at some songs, just to see, what are some things that the enemy has a hold on. And so I was looking at some popular artists, and I came across Billie Eilish, and I saw her last album. I think it was her last album, I don't really know, where she had her title of it had a demon on there, and it had her as a demon. And there was a song on there, it was called Bury a Friend. And so the lyrics are talking about how, the lyrics are talking about how she's going and or how a friend is being murdered, how she's killing someone, right? And so if you look at the lyrics, it's okay, it's fine. Now, we like to make excuses for it. Maybe we'll say, well, our parents said it's okay, so I guess it's okay. Or our friends listened to it, so it's okay. But that's the great way that the enemy gets to you, because he wants to get in your head and he wants to make you think that, yeah, it's okay because they're doing it, or it's okay because your parents said it's okay. And so what happens is we start getting in this loop of continuously listening to different things and filling our minds with something that's not of God. And so you go and you're listening to this, and if you look at the music video and the lyrics add so much to it. I had looked at the music video, and it had, I think syringes. What are the things called? I don't know. I think syringes. They are syringes. So the syringes that they put into you, they put drugs in you or whatever. No, the drug syringes. I don't know what they're called. I think that's one. So what happens is she had these all in her, poked in her, and she was being it. From what I could tell, it looked like she was being used It looked like she was getting sexually sexually touched. From what I was looking at, because they were clawing off her clothes and ripping off her shirt. And so it's perverting your mind, and it's making you see her doing this. And for some people that are not used to, or some people that have a weaker, mind to certain things. I'm not trying to say that you're weak or anything. I'm trying to say that you're not as experienced with it. Now, what happens is she's being used as sexualized. She's being sexualized in this video. And what happens is it's slowly but surely it's perverting your mind. Now, it may not seem bad now. It may not seem, it's just a video now. Can I tell you that the same thing is like an addiction? The addiction starts off small, tiny. Maybe it's just one video, or it's just one image. It's one picture. It's one book. It's one magazine. And so you start off, and it's just one thing. But over time, it grows bigger, and the enemy, what he wants to do is he wants to come at you really, I'm going to use this as just a little illustration. The enemy comes at you not with a lot, but with a little. He comes at you saying, it's just this, it's not a lot. But in reality, the enemy has an entire rope and chains behind him. And all he wants to do is he just wants you to take take it once. Do it one time, and it'll only be once. And the enemy wants to make you think that it's okay to do it now. But what happens is what happens is once you take a grip and get gripped and hold on to what the enemy is trying to tempt you with, the enemy already knows that he can now, if he started off with one thing, then he can get you into another thing. And so it started off with a picture, and it started off with an image, but now it's going into videos. And then with the videos, he got you even further, and now it's going in with people and your relationships. And now you're getting further into the sin, you're getting chained into sin, and you can't get out. And so the enemy wants to make you think, because there's a lyric in here that and it's used in the media industry. He wants to make you think that you can't get out of this and you can't let go and you can't get away from their sin. And then lyrics, it says, for the debt I owe, I gotta sell my soul because I can't say no. Right? The enemy wants you to think that you can't say no. And it seems small now. It seems tiny now. It just may seem like a little lyric now. But over time, when you're continuously listening to this and you're seeing in movies, you're seeing, well, they sold their soul to the devil, now they can't be saved or they can't be free, so now they're chained up. But the enemy wants you to think that. But in reality, Jesus has already freed you. What he did on the cross, he's freed you. And the enemy, the enemy doesn't want to be quiet about his foothold on anyone now. The enemy will use anyone and anything, especially in this generation. The enemy wants to use anything in order to keep us away from God. You see, we have such a big way of spreading the gospel and spreading the word, and a lot of us have such an influence on people. And the enemy sees that, and he sees the influence you have on people, and he's going to do anything he can in his power to stop you from getting closer to God and stopping you from helping others to getting close to God. All right. So look. The enemy has a foothold on many people. He has a foothold on us, and he has a foothold maybe on the stars, right? The enemy has a foothold on people like Lil Nas X, right? And look, it's just like that. It seemed good back in 2020. Back in 2020, he had a song, Old Town Road. It was a crazy song. It went big. It went popular. It seemed like it was good. It was good at first. It wasn't like it wasn't demonish. It wasn't with the devil. It didn't seem like it was bad then. But over time, the enemy used that song and he engaged the audience and he brought in the audience and he brought everyone in to this popular person that has influence on you. And what he did is now in 2021, he perverted it. He perverted what was good. He perverted what was okay, and he turned it into evil. And now you have these videos of him having a lap dance with Satan, or you have a video of him making out with Satan or going to hell, and he doesn't care. See, a lot we think that, oh, it's just one thing that he's saying, or it's just another one of those preaching things. It's just another one of those Bible studies where it's not really much. It's just I'll just go to it because I can. Because I have a privilege to, I'll just go to it. It doesn't really have any, what he's saying probably isn't true. I can show you that it literally is, everything I'm saying right now is true. The enemy is using anyone. He can use small things, he can use big things. But what the enemy likes to do is he wants to use the smaller things in order to grow that thing bigger. Because sin grows best in the dark. When it's hidden in the dark, it's not as seen, it's not able to be seen. That's why when I tell you that whenever you're going through temptation, you're going through an addiction, to openly come out on it. Openly come to someone and tell them what is going on. Because when you keep it hidden, when you keep it held in, it becomes so much bigger and so much stronger. And so I was going through this, and I was really thinking about how the enemy has gotten a foothold on us. How the enemy has gotten a foothold on me. And so I was thinking, and back, I used to be, back in the school I used to go to from most of my life, I was bullied in the beginning with people that I thought were my friends. And so over time, I started building this relationship with them. But in that relationship, I didn't have any other view of what a friendship should actually be. So all I thought was, oh, you just bullied, you just hurt each other, you just call each other names, you curse the other person out. Or you call those other people certain names. And what in reality what had happened was it tainted my view of people. And it tainted my view of how friends should be. And so over time, when I got into another school, when I came to the school for the first time and I didn't have that anymore, I felt weak. And I remember that there was one day where I just had no one. There was no friends. I didn't have anyone. And that's why I'm so adamant about you guys being with someone, having a relationship with people, is because whenever you're alone, you get depressed, and the enemy has the biggest foothold on you and is able to get you so much easier when you are alone. And so I remember there was one time when I was taking a shower, right? And out of nowhere, I just started sobbing because I had no one. I was so depressed. I got out and I come across this verse, and it's John 16:33, and I really think this can help some of you, and I really think this can help you. It says this. This is Jesus, and he's telling his disciples, he says, I have told you this, so that you might have peace in your hearts because of me. While you are in the world, you will have to suffer. But cheer up, I have defeated the world. Come on, some of you, some people, some things, God has defeated stuff for you. I want y'all to say this with me. Like, I want everyone to say this. God has defeated, and then fill in the blank what he's defeated for you. All right? God has defeated whatever. You know, God has defeated your depression. He's defeated your anxiety. He's defeated the loneliness. He's defeated the addiction, the disappointment, the anxiety. And so he's defeated all of this. And if God is the same yesterday, he's the same tomorrow, he's the same forever and in the future. If he is the same back in time when Joseph was in prison, when he was in prison for something he wasn't even meant to be in prison for. He didn't do anything wrong. If God was still with him then, what is stopping God from being with you in your situation now? You see, a lot of us feel like, well, we're too far gone. We're too far away. We're so caught up and chained up in the devil's lies. We're so caught up and chained up with Satan that we're too far away from God. But that's exactly what the enemy wants you to think. The enemy wants you to think that you are too far gone and you are too far away from God to ever get saved. But I want you to know this, that you are never too far gone. You are never too far away from God. And so I want to leave y'all with this. You are not too far from God, but I'm trying to put this in a better way. Jesus has overcome the world. He's overcome the enemy. 3 days he's overcome death, hell, and the grave, right? So if Jesus has defeated hell, he's defeated death, and he's defeated grave. He's already defeated all three things that are stopping you. He's defeated all things that prevent you from heaven. So if Jesus has already defeated the enemy, what makes you think you're still too far gone from him? All right? I want to pray real quick. And if there's anyone that maybe feels like they want to get saved, or if they, I don't know, I've never really done this before. But if you feel like you want to get saved, just bow your heads, close your eyes with me, and you can repeat this prayer after me. Dear God, I thank you for this day. We thank you for what you blessed us with. Lord, I understand I'm a sinner, and I understand that the enemy has had a foothold on my life. Lord, I pray that you just right now come into my heart. Wash me and make me clean. Cleanse me and make me new. Lord, I thank you for all that you've done, and I believe that you did die on the cross for me, and I believe that you defeated hell, death, and the grave. Lord, I pray that you release me from the bondage of the enemy and release me from the chains that the enemy has on me. And God, for all those that are saved and that are following you now, Lord, I pray that you just allow them to continue to have wisdom. Lord, I pray that you continue to give them wisdom. Lord, I pray that as they walk out these doors, I pray that you guide them and keep them safe as they're going through their everyday lives. Lord, I thank you for all you've done for me, and I thank you for all you've blessed me with and allowed me to have. Lord, I thank you for all these people. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Hey. Just wait. Listen. Next week, we don't have school. There will be a video that goes up if you want to see it. Just let me know. And
Hey, what's up? Hey, it's me again. I wanted to say I hope you enjoyed that. I really hope that you really got something from it. I hope that you did really get something from it, because this actually was a really fun message for me to preach. I wanted to just again refresh your mind. Remember that we will have a few things coming up pretty shortly. Just go back and watch the beginning of the video, get more information, and make sure you subscribe to this channel. So you can get notified whenever we do something new, whenever we post something new. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. It's FCCS_MSBS. Pretty simple, not that hard to remember. And there will be putting more stuff on there. All right, cool. Hope you guys have a great day.